So, food. I want to talk about food because food, I have learned something very, very, very crucial when it comes to food. And anybody who has mastered the art of, can I call it? Can I say, I, to me, I feel we all have the same abilities. Just others have mastered it because they learned how to do it. But now there are those who mastered it to do it. Okay, they mastered to do it for negative or malicious reasons. Yes, I can say it like that. Um, Food, water, any drink, anything that has water in it, it's very, very, very important to know where it's coming from, where you are eating it from, where you are drinking it from. Because there are people who have mastered the art of spirit cooking. Can I call it spirit cooking? We all have that, but we don't know. And there are those who knows and they do it intentionally. For example, if I am to cook food for my children, right? What emotions am I carrying? How do I feel while I'm cooking this food? What are my thoughts towards my children at that time when I'm cooking this food? What are my emotions as I stir that pot, right? Because this energy is flowing into the food. This thought process is flowing into the food. So the moment you cook the food and you are angry, you are bitter, you're cooking sickness. That is sickness you're cooking, no matter how good it tastes. You're cooking sickness. Because now that energy is in that food, and now you serve it to your family or your children or your husband, and now you're spreading that energy towards them. You're spreading that energy towards your family members, right? So, and before long, everybody is angry in the house, and you're wondering, why is everybody angry? When I'm angry, it's very funny because you're like, why is everybody angry? Because I'm angry, and everybody is angry because you have spread the anger through the food. So that's why it's important to know this craft. I learned, okay, you remember there is this thing of Americania chapati. I used to think it was just a song, but there are people who have mastered the art of trapping people through food. They can trap you through food, through drinks. That's why you have to know from whose hand are you eating from whose house are you eating from whose excuse me, restaurant you're eating from. But when it comes to restaurants, that's why it's important to pray for your food. When you pray for your food, especially a lot of food with water, anything with anything soupy, meat, um, um, anything with water, just anything, just everything, just pray for everything, just set your intention towards that food. what do you want that food to be clean, to be whole, to be in that when it gets to your body, it does good into your body, into your system, than harm. Because the food is what carries the parasites inside. The food is what carries those energies, depending on the person preparing the food. Because there are those who wants to spread, who have mastered the art of spreading the sicknesses, the parasites, the webs that trap people. And in that, you find you start having problems in the body, sicknesses in the body, because of the food you ate somewhere, because of the drink you drank somewhere. So it's important, it's very important to be careful with, it's not to instill fear, it's just to instill awareness. Because I have been no, I cannot call myself a victim. I was just unaware of how it works. And you think people are inviting you in for food, but you're being put in a web or covenanted with certain spirits, with certain, they make you like, they want you to do things their way. It's a control tool, it's a control system. So food and drinks, people should know how to do things about them. So reading, you have to do some reading, expand your mind, expand your horizon. Reading doesn't mean you have to read 5 books a day, 7 books a day, or no. Anything that captures your attention. What are you interested in at this moment in time? What are you dealing with? Especially if you have started the healing process, working on yourself, pouring on yourself, like you have gotten to a point of, I'm done with this, I want better for myself, I'm done with playing myself small, I want to do something better for myself. So you'll have to ask yourself, what do I want to improve on myself? The information is everywhere. Everywhere is, actually we are in a very good time, because the information is everywhere, but you need to be intentional with what you're looking for, and it will pop up. That has happened to me very many times when I really I have a question, I really need an answer, I really need clarity on this. And before long something just pops up and it has the information. That's why I say frequency, it's all about the frequency. What do you want? And vibrate there and it comes to you. But you have to be intentional and do the work. I'm trying to have a structure on this. So how to battle, I think I have stated how to battle. You have to watch what your patterns are, what you can do and undo, how to speak to yourself how you want to speak, to be, because as you speak you are. Your eyes and ears, where does your eye go when you're not intentional? They will tell you. Like this morning, something strange happened. I'm taking a walk and all of a sudden a lady comes jogging and out of nowhere, my mind is, I'm just looking at the lady, but I'm not thinking anything. And for a moment, I was like, why am I even looking at this person? And the moment I captured my attention back, this lady stopped and paused in front of me. Then I was like, okay, what is this all about? Then the lady started running again. The same thing happened today. As I was now walking again back home, I met another lady posing at a corner, and I was like, why am I seeing this whole thing? You see, now that is something I have to check, like why? That's the way like the universe talk to us. Sometimes the universe speaks in numbers, patterns, magnification. Like sometimes it makes you like look here. This is what I want you to see. It can show you something back to back until you see it, what it wants. That's why it's important to pay attention what is happening around you. What have you been seeing throughout the day? Have you been seeing red cars? Where am I seeing red cars? Um, what what do I need to do about it? This comes back to something that happened to me. The time I was battling, not like I was battling, before I recognized that I was running away from something within myself, the time of alcohol, the universe was trying to tell me something. God was trying to tell me something, but I was not aware of how my soul communicates. I had been given shoes by someone, and those shoes were drawn skulls. The danger skulls, danger thing. Um, Before long, I had bought a handbag, and on the side it had skulls. I had not noticed. I just thought it's just some decoration, right? But it was full of skulls. Then I bought a cardigan. Do we call them cardigans? I bought one, and it had a skull here. I had not noticed. I came to notice later when now I started being suicidal. And I said no. That is when I started noticing this thing. Like the universe has been trying to tell you something. You're going, you need to do something. Wake up, you're going. But I didn't know how to listen or to notice the patterns or how the universe communicates, because I have learned numbers, magnification, as I have said, repetition of things, or you hear certain phrases more than 2-3 times. You'll just know. Once you start listening to the spirit and God. And I don't know, I'm not about religion or anything, but you have to learn how to connect with God anyhow you want, anyhow you know. It's important for you to learn how to battle things. You have to love the Bible. You have to love the stories. You have to love every religious text you meet. You have to try and see the stories. You don't have to be religious. Just read the stories, because in those stories there are moments when you will find you're experiencing something similar to a story in that book that you're reading, in that text that you're reading, and there you get the answers sometimes. Hmm. Yep.